Coming up on this edition of the show, Commissioners Dave Wilson and Dave Saft give us an update on their downtown building renovations. Heath Dawson and Mark Stoffer talk about the upcoming Crucifixed at the Living Word Outdoor Drama. And I'll talk with Jeff Arnold about an upcoming diabetes seminar. It's all ahead on this edition of Talk of the Town.
From the U.S. Bank Studios, it's Talk of the Town with Perry Baranich.
Welcome to another brand new edition of Talk of the Town. We're coming to you, as always, from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. And what a way to start a new show with some dignitaries. We have Guernsey County Commissioners Dave Wilson, or my bud, and Dave Saft with us.
Yeah.
Glad to have you guys here.
Who's my bud, too, by the way?
Who's your bud, too?
Yeah,
okay. So that's all I have to say. Now I turn it over to you. You guys go. No.
Okay, well,
I know. Glad to have you guys here.
Hey, it's great to be here.
And folks who are out and about around Cambridge know that there are a lot of renovations taking place. One of those renovations involves the county administration building.
Yeah, we've kind of followed suit with the rest of the 600 block down on Wheeling,
looks good,
which
too.
Buildings are really looking good. But we had a situation where ours was more repair than cosmetic, wouldn't you say, Dave?
Yeah, it was getting to be a place where it was, we had some bricks and things that were ready to fall. Over the years, you know, the mortar has deteriorated and things of that nature, and it was time that it had a facelift, and it's a safety issue as well as it'll make it look a lot nicer for the downtown.
Yeah, and one of the renovations involved the balusters, and I was reading on the commissioner's website today. That was a particular problem, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the balusters that were in there at the very top, at the front of the roof, the balusters were a nice ornamentation, let's say, but the problem is they were cast out of concrete, and there was deterioration there. If one of those bad boys would fall, that would be horrible, or it would certainly have that potential. But we did some online research, and we found some that are actually a combination of like a polymer and a plastic and limestone dust, of all things.
Oh, wow.
And all that put together, you got something that really should outlast all of us without any risk of deterioration, and certainly a lighter weight product and a lot less expensive than having custom cast concrete balusters to replace.
And you guys have to keep that in mind, the budget, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really, Dave, wouldn't you say that's one of the more unique things, that this is not out of general fund, but out of a set aside?
Yeah, we have a fund set aside for the maintenance and repair of our buildings, which we in the county have several. And to get back to the building itself and on the balusters and stuff, we tried to keep with the theme of the building from back when it was originally built and stuff, and to kind of keep into that historical theme. And by doing the balusters, and Mr. Wilson found online, which was a great find, and we've tried to keep that theme going with us. And yes, we do have a special fund set aside for all of our buildings, and it's not any different than any homeowner. When your home needs to be repaired, you can't wait years and years and all of it happen at once. It costs way too much money.
Yeah.
You have to keep after it. Over the last several years, we've worked on the inside a little bit at a time when we can afford it, and same thing with all of our other buildings. We try to keep everything up and good repair and everything, because hey, after all, our constituents put us in here to take care of their buildings. It's not our buildings; it's their buildings.
Sure.
And that's what we do. We try to take care of it and make the most with the money we have to work with.
You mentioned the other projects, the other buildings. What other projects are in the works right now?
Well, the county courthouse, obviously, it's the gem of all of the Guernsey County-owned properties, and of course the top floor that houses the Common Pleas Court and their related offices was renovated some time back, but that middle floor has not been addressed, and of course that is the juvenile and probate courts are there. So it was greatly in need of renovation, but we also had HVAC that was not functioning properly. We had situations where you had one way in, one way out, so you had security issues to deal with, and also you had a courtroom for juvenile court cases where you could have a lot of, when you have youth involved, when you have children involved, emotions tend to run high. And literally you were in such close quarters that opposing parties literally could have their shoulders rubbing together.
Oh, never
not
a
a good environment.
No.
And not that we had an ample amount of space to expand into, because it's a beautiful building, but it's a very constrictive building. And so we're doing the best we can within a reasonable cost with what square footage we had to work with. But just cutting a new doorway was cut, and I believe, Dave, there's 4 layers of brick in that.
The building was well constructed.
Yes, it was, because it has stood up well over time.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But we're looking forward to the completion of that project. And the administration building, we're using local contractors there. The courthouse, that was one that had to be done by sealed bid, and we didn't have any local bidders on that particular contract. But we've got a group from North Canton that's doing it, that has done other work at other historic buildings, and very pleased with what they've done so far.
A couple other projects. You mentioned another building that was being renovated. Is that correct?
That's right, at Dog Pound.
We're right now in the process of letting for bid the dog shelter. We have plans to redo the whole outside of the dog shelter to give the dogs a lot better protection from the elements. They've been outside for years. They'll move them in on real bad weather, and then they'll put them outside. And anybody that's been down there would see that they're outside, and they have over the years put some nets and canvas and things over to try to keep them out of the hot sun and stuff. Well, we're going to go ahead and have built a pavilion-style shelter, and have 2 sides will be enclosed, and then it'll be so the air can come through it and everything, and it's going to be really, really nice for the dogs, and good curb appeal and everything. We're going to kind of try to spruce the place up a little bit. There's nothing been done down there for years, and we're just trying to fix everything up. We've already phase 1 of it. We already
got about
did
a minute left,
some work, and it was completed. And we're really looking forward to. Actually, I think the bids will be finalized next week. I believe it is. Dave?
That's right. That's exactly right. And one thing, as we wrap up, Perry, the one thing that's going to be put in is what we haven't had is a purposed isolation area for quarantine. If you have a dog with parvo or something else of a highly contagious nature, we can go ahead and have the dogs enclosed. And we also have a drop-off area too.
Exactly.
And very good leadership. We've got Deputy Carla Kearns under the supervision of Sheriff Jeff Payton. We're really happy with the way things are going there.
All right. Things are getting done in Guernsey County, and you can thank the county commissioners. And I've been talking with Dave Wilson and Dave Saft. Good to see you guys.
Hey,
good to be here.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Well,
Back with more Talk of the Town right after this.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Bill Dixon finds and sells some unique items and hard-to-find local collectibles. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the Classic Difference. The Classic Difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the Classic Difference for yourself.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for watching Talk of the Town. My next guests are Heath Dawson, who is the Executive Director of the Living Word Outdoor Drama in Cambridge, and Mark Stoffer, the pastor at Birds Run Community Church, and also newest board member for the Living Word Outdoor Drama. Good to see you, gentlemen.
Very.
Ty. See, I'm so used to calling you Ty. I'm sorry. That's just me. But let's talk about the Living Word, and you wanted to talk specifically about an upcoming event.
Yeah, so on Saturday, August 12th, we will be having our second annual youth/family rally entitled Crucifixed. Last year we held this event, and it was just a success. I mean, we were very happy. As I was telling you, our purpose of the Living Word is to tell people about Jesus Christ, and we had a boy that was saved last year, so such a huge blessing for us. And in year one, it ran smoothly. All the companies that we used, Theo's did our catering, Mark Douglas does our technical, main events, and out of Newark does our tent. I mean, so just everybody that we use, it ran so smoothly, and we thought, well, let's just do it again next year. So this year we've done it, and we've even upped the ante this year. We've added Mark as a speaker. Okay. Josh Hart is back to be our keynote speaker. He's a Stop 9 youth minister in Byesville. Okay. And then the bands, that is the big draw.
Who's going to be here this year?
This year we have Ashes Remain, and they've had many #1 hits. They're big over in Europe as well, in England. And then Random Hero. They were a late addition. Ilya was supposed to, but some unfortunate circumstances with their band, they're no longer a band. So Random Hero, I met them back in October in Cincinnati, and Aaron Watkins, their lead singer, and I have become friends, and he said, yeah, we'd be glad to do it. And lo and behold, they just had the #5 song on the Christian Billboard rock chart. So they're really hot right now. So we're excited to have Ashes Remain, and they're unveiling a new album coming up, so they're going to debut some of their material actually at Crucifix. So that's a huge blessing for us to get the first listen.
And people who follow Christian music or into Christian music will recognize these names instantly.
Oh yes. One of my friends actually, and a patron of Mark's church, Kelly Bailey, she was messaged me, couldn't believe that we were getting Ashes Remain. So, and there's been many other people saying, how in the world are you getting these big bands that come to little old Cambridge? And it's just luckily, I made some connections, and we're already working on next year, so we're excited about next year. So
let's talk about the speakers, and you're going to be one of the speakers. How did you get involved with Heath and the Living Word?
Oh, I met Heath at the YMCA, and we started talking, and there was actually a time frame that was open for a speaker, and he asked me if I wanted to speak, and I said yes, I would. It's just a great opportunity for a pastor to be able to share the word. Great venue to do that, and I'm a retired police officer, so I'll be sharing my testimony from an experience that I had working as a police officer, and hopefully be able to touch some of the youth.
So you probably have a lot of experiences. I've heard a lot of them. You and I share, and we get together, try to once every month to try to pump each other up. And, but you're also going to be there with the spoken word, correct?
Yeah, I'll be back. I just finished a new piece entitled Masks, and it's kind of basically about how we go through life wearing masks and try to really hide our true identities and not be ourselves. But when Jesus died for us, He wanted us to be us. God made us in His image, and He wants us to have personalities, and that's something I've had to learn over the last few years on my own, is to let my personality show, and it's okay to be Heath Dawson. And this poem is really, I think, going to strike a chord with a lot of people. Last year I debuted Newfound Hope out there, and it went viral. I had it was at 20,000 last year, but it's even bigger, but it's been all over the country. But we'll be making a video. Caleb Graham and I will be making a new video for Masks here shortly, but I'll be unveiling that spoken word piece next week.
What are some other things that are going to take place on the day of Crucifixed?
Crucifixed. We'll have the Love Brothers. They're pretty popular around the area. They'll be coming and leading song and praise again. So they'll do some original pieces, but they're going to also lead some song, church hymns and stuff for the youth know. And then Josh Hott will be speaking on our keynote theme, which is Imagine the Endless Possibilities with Jesus Christ. And then Mark will be centering his speech message about that as well. And then I'll be doing my spoken word piece centered around that. And then the bands will happen. The neat thing is, tickets to Crucifix also get you into the Living Word for free that night.
Oh, okay, that's great.
So it's a neat way to end a youth rally, because when you go to youth rallies, all they hear about is what Christ did for them and what God, how much He loves them. We're going to be able to show them at the end of our youth rally, this is what He did for you.
How much are tickets
really
to get in?
Tickets right now are $20 through August 11th, and then the day of the event they're $25.
Okay.
However, if anybody out there cannot afford to come to Crucifixed, please get a hold of me, because I will make it happen for you. I don't want anybody to say the price is why they couldn't come. So if they're listening out there, please get a hold of me. 740-439-2761.
How's the season been going so far? I know there have been a lot.
Wet.
You've added a lot of new things. I know, wet. Yeah,
wet.
Yeah.
It's been really an interesting season because of the weather. But we've had several buses come to us. We just had Amish Mennonite night last Friday night and had to go through a delay. But it was a very good night. And then the next night we had a good night. So I mean, we had 3 shows that were really big back to back to back, which was really good because the weather was cooperative. But we have some neat things lined up through the rest of the season. The Jerusalem Experience is coming up at the end of this month, and then set the attendance record night on September 30th. We want to break the attendance record there, and it's free that night as well by donation. So if you come and you want to give us 20, fine. If you want to give us 3 cents to get in, fine. But we want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to come and help us set that attendance record.
It's amazing how things like the weather can help us to grow and mature in our faith. You know,
yes,
they definitely do.
Yeah, we say, hey, God wants the weather for some reason, and we're not going to question why. We're just going to work with what He gives us.
So again, the date for Crucifix, we've got 30 seconds.
Saturday, August 12th. Doors open at 1 p.m. The show time is at 2, and the event lasts until 6. The bands will kick off about 4. A lot of people ask us about that, but about 4 o'clock the bands will take the stage.
And then you can see the Living Word outdoor drama after that. Heath Dawson, Mark Stoffer, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you so much, Barry.
And we look for God to bless Crucifix 2017 again this year.
Thank you for all ABC does for us.
All right.
Thank you.
Back with more after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Talk of the Town Show and stay up to date.
Hey, welcome back to Talk of the Town, coming to you as always from U.S. Bank Studio in beautiful downtown Cambridge. I've known this guy for like ever. It has been forever. Jeff Arnold.
Long time.
Jeff Arnold is the Community Outreach Health Educator for Area Agency on Aging Region 9. It's so much easier to say AAA9.
Yes, it is. It's a mouthful.
We go way back
Pleasure to meet you.
to Barnesville days, and you've been involved with the health industry for a long time, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to serve our community members.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
We are looking for Area Agency on Aging Region 9. We have two workshops that address the chronic disease of diabetes. We cover pre-diabetes, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. We even look at gestational diabetes as well. And the reason we look at gestational diabetes is when someone is pregnant, during their pregnancy, they develop gestational diabetes, they have the child, and then the gestational diabetes goes away. But when that woman reaches somewhere in her mid-40s, she's more than likely going to develop type 2 diabetes later on.
Really, one thing will lead to the other.
Exactly. So what we're looking for at this stakeholders meeting is we're looking for coaches and lay leaders to be able to be trained by our instructors at Area Agency on Aging Region 9, and they'll be able to teach and lead and coach people to better health through the coaching process.
Okay, so how long does this training period
The training
typically
period
last?
can last 2.5 to 3 days, and Carol Baker is our master trainer at AAA 9 and does a really good job of covering all the bases and answering all the questions and letting that leader and coach be comfortable in leading a workshop.
And this, again, these folks who go through this program, that's exactly what they're going to be doing: coaching, leading, educating.
Exactly. Yeah, and empowering too. I'd like to throw that in there as well, because education, learning about a disease can help you to manage that disease more effectively and efficiently, and you can have a better quality of life, living with diabetes.
Are people more aware of diabetes now? There's so much more information out there available now, isn't it? Whereas 20, 30 years ago,
there is, and that's the reason why there's been so much time gone by, and there's a lot of studies that are going on. And the American Diabetic Association is very, very good at what they do. They stay on top of the latest technology. They're actually, I know we were talking, or one of your guests earlier was talking about stem cells and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually growing stem cells, and people they're looking at developing a pancreas in a petri dish.
Really?
Growing a pancreas in a petri dish.
Wow.
So those type 1s that don't have that, don't have the pancreatic cells to monitor, to keep the blood sugars down in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
This is another avenue for them later on down the line.
It's pretty phenomenal right there. We've come a long way. When's this going to take place? Where's it going to take place?
This is going to take place at the Bureau Workers Comp building. It's up by Walmart, right off of Southgate Parkway, and it is on August 23rd. I think it's August 23rd from 10 in the morning until 12. And we're just looking for those people, especially maybe even those that have diabetes, because nobody knows how to talk about diabetes until you walk in those shoes.
And that's exactly right. Nobody knows more about it than somebody who has it.
Right.
What are some of the workshop modules going to be? What are the
some
different
of the
things going to be?
First and foremost, we talk about how people need to understand how the human body processes food, and then we look at the understanding the risk factors of diabetes. There's a lot of risk factors out there that, if you have family members, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents, brothers or sisters, that have type 1, more than likely you're going to have type 1. Other risk factors are not watching what you eat, becoming a couch potato, and not exercising. That's
like the worst thing you can do.
That's
probably
the bulk of your type 2 diabetics. A lot of type 2 diabetics don't realize that they can actually diet and exercise themselves out of that diagnosis.
And that's pretty amazing in itself, that the body will take care of itself if you treat the body right.
Exactly. Take care of your body and it'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Then we talk about monitoring your body. Your feelings, your emotions. Depression has a lot to do with, when you have a chronic disease, you do become anxious, you do become depressed, because there's a lot of things that you cannot do that you'd like to do. And especially when it comes to food. If I wasn't able to eat the foods that I enjoy. I would be a little anxious, a little depressed
sure.
as well.
Oh yeah.
And we also talk about the physical exercise that everybody should be doing at least 30 to 45 minutes a day, every day. And also controlling diabetes through nutrition. We talk about, we have an example of a plate of how many carbs you're supposed to have, how much protein you're supposed to have, and things like that. So it helps you to learn to eat right. We also look at the complications of diabetes, there's a slew of complications that affect your body that aren't good, and it can be very debilitating later on in life. And then we talk about how to take the medications and how to monitor those medications to see if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing or not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then we talk about also how to communicate with your doctors and your care team, because a lot of people think that doctors are gods, and don't get me wrong, they can help us with diagnosis and treating us. But until we can actually communicate with them effectively, only then can we begin to understand how we can be treated well.
We've got about 30 seconds left. How can somebody find out more or sign up for this?
They can contact myself, Jeff Arnold, at the Area Agency on Aging Region 9. That would be 740-435-7434. Or you can email me at jarnold@aaa9.org.
Well, you remembered all that. That is amazing, brother. Oh, yeah. Jeff Arnold from AAA 9. And again, if you're interested in this workshop, be a great thing to sign up for. We're going to be back to wrap it all up right after this.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge location full of educational resources and toys that teach, as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Your one-stop shop for all things computer-related is ABC Technical Services. Whether it's designing a new website, website maintenance, PC repair, or over-the-phone tech support, ABC Technical Services has you covered. ABC Technical Services can set up a new network, install the latest antivirus software, and they even offer full video production and editing services too. Give them a call at 740-432-5605 or visit them online at abctechnicalservices.com. A name you know, a name you trust. ABC Technical Services.
That's going to do it for this edition of Talk to the Town. Thank you so very much for watching, and thanks again to our guests, Dave Wilson, Dave Saft, Heath Dawson, Mark Stoffer, and Jeff Arnold. Well, Matt and Erica are up from Jacksonville, Florida, and they brought the grandkids up, and we have Stella and Ruby and Schaefer and the brand new addition to the Owen family, Eloise, who we call Wheezy. So we just wanted to have them on. They were on a couple of years. You guys were on a couple of years ago, weren't you?
Yes.
They've changed a lot in a couple of years. Yeah, you were only 3, I think. So we just wanted to get them on here and say hi. Look, and Wheezy's waving at you. Is that it? Hey, that's going to do it for the producer, director, Adam Green, and Perry Bronich. We'll see you next time on Talk of the Town. Everybody say bye. Bye.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge prides themselves on offering the largest inventory and the best customer service in the area. Visit their lot and experience the classic difference. The classic difference provides customers a service above and beyond what you'll find anywhere else. Their service department, body shop, and parts department strive for the best service and pricing in southeastern Ohio. Stop by the lot and browse their large selection of new and pre-owned inventory, ask about easy financing, or schedule an oil change. That's Cambridge Classic Ford in downtown Cambridge. Stop by and experience the classic difference for yourself.